What's going on with Imola? Does it have an identity crisis?
Yeah, he was arrested. He was properly arrested right outside Silverstone, apparently.
This is not like Pokemon, like you're choosing one new one to launch every 5 years. What the hell? You know?
Colapetto, I choose you! Hamilton is, while it comes to public speaking, the SRK of F1. When it comes to his love life, he's the Salman Khan of F1. What's up, rookies?
Welcome back! We are finally back after break week and we are now headed for a triple header month, right?
Yeah, triple header.
Yeah, a triple header. And first up is Imola.
Mecca.
Yes, we are entering the European races, which is great for us because it's going to be at a normal timing where we don't have to stay awake at like 3 a.m. So yeah, we're very excited. And Imola is entering Ferrari territory.
Hence I called it Mecca. I was just like, bro, come on.
Yes. So, why don't we begin with some facts about Imola? I think this is becoming like a trend.
Yeah. We every race we give them facts about the track first.
Yes. Because as rookies, it's good. It's good to know what we're getting into.
There are so many things I'm going to say that even I won't know, and I'm sure of it.
That's good. So, while I was also researching, I was like, what's going on with Imola? Does it have an identity crisis? Because it just has so many names.
What do you mean?
It's referred to as so many things.
I know it's Imola or Emilio.
Yeah. So, Imola, obviously, because that's where it is at. It is also called the AWS Gran Premio del Made in Italy. Okay. This is some brand sponsorships of various kinds that have created this name. Then there is the Emilia Romagna, which is the track name.
Right.
And it was also used to, at one point in time, it used to be called the San Marino. It used to be called the San Marino race.
Really?
Yes. In fact, in the time of Art and Senna and stuff, it was called the San Marino race. Not the Imola Grand Prix. Yes. A full identity.
So wait, when did they start calling it Imola? After it came back in 2010?
I think once it came back. And I still don't think it's called Imola, by the way. Imola,
the whole world calls it Imola, right?
The whole world calls it Imola because that's where it's at. But it's officially called Emilia Romagna, whatever.
How many times have you called a track card badge officially?
No, not at all. And also, you know how we have our calendars synced to show the race? There it is called this AWS Gran Premio del Made, whatever. So I am full confused about this.
What do we call it?
We are going to call it Imola for the rest of this podcast episode.
I'm going to call it Imola for the rest of my life. As long as that track stays on the calendar, it's Imola for me.
Yes, so we did kind of touch upon it in the sense that this Grand Prix was first introduced. The first Grand Prix here was held in 1980. But then it did vanish from the calendar in the middle.
Oh.
I don't know the exact year it vanished. I'm really sorry, not in my notes. But it did. And it came back in 2020.
Yeah.
Again in 2023, the race was cancelled due to some flooding in the region.
Oh bro, I remember this. And everyone was trying to help the people in Imola to get over the flood. And it had really destroyed the city up completely.
It was a really bad year for them. This circuit is an anti-clockwise circuit.
Isn't it the first one on the track? First one on the calendar?
I think first one on the calendar, but they're going to be going anti-clockwise.
That's pretty sick.
It is a fast track, but not the fastest. So, nothing to note there.
That's nice actually. You get to see a lot more action when it's not the fastest track.
Correct. And the fastest record is held by Lewis Hamilton in 2020. So, yeah.
Reopening year, huh? Height of Mercedes.
Reopening year, correct. That's correct.
2020 reopening year, height of Mercedes. I can see why he did.
And now he's in red.
It's his first race
in Italy. That'll be some kind of explosion to watch.
I mean, the Scuderia already removed a nice little reel for talking about the fact that he's going to be here now.
That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna go watch that reel. However, this track is actually remembered for something really sad which is the death of Ayrton Senna and Roland Ratzenberg.
Wait, wasn't that the same race?
It was the same weekend, yes. Not the same race.
Yeah, because I remember Ratzenberg.
Died first.
Yeah, he crashed first and he
Yeah.
lost his life.
And Senna tried to
On race day. Yeah.
he tried to cancel the race. But
Right, nobody listened to him.
listened. So yeah, these two lives were lost in the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix.
That's very sad.
So most people who go to the Imola race, there is a way you can pay tribute to the lives lost and things. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
That's
that is nice. Last year, Max took pole and he won, but it was a nail biter finish. Just to remind the audience, it was a nail biter finish with Norris chasing him down.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. And Norris crossed the finish line a mere 0.7 seconds behind Max Verstappen.
Really? That's seriously close. Like 7,000th of a second is so close.
It's crazy. So this long flat stretch before the finish line is actually where most of the thrill comes in the Imola.
It is actually, well, like, now that I think about it, it is one of those few tracks that has the finish line crossing, a little later on the straight. Like, most of them have it, like, you take the turn and, like, maybe 500 meters or so, and finish line is
Correct.
there. Some of them even have it right after the turn. But this is one of those very, like, late endings. So even when you're crossing the line, you're gonna have to, like, cross and brake.
It's going to be interesting to see who's leading the charge this time and who's trying to catch up from behind.
I guess our predictions will be tested.
Yes, but enough about Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari. There is a different team under the spotlight.
Okay, before we get into it, it's not like they're under the spotlight for anything good. Alright, let's make it clear, guys. We're talking about Alpine out here. Now, I'm gonna take you through this because
Yes.
they're doing some crazy shit
I
down there.
can't
right?
keep up. I can't keep up. There's so much going on at Alpine. I can't keep up.
So, okay, to go in like a slightly chronological order, firstly, Alpine's had some tough luck when it comes to its team. They've lost so many people of their team build, starting with Alonso. Then they lost Piastri, who by the way was an Alpine driver when he started off. Then they lost Ocon. Now after Ocon, okay, you think it's just racers. It's not. They lost 3 team principals, including the new guy William Oakes. They have also lost a legend who was their consultant, Lane Prost. Senna's rival,
Yes.
quite literally Senna's rival, and they lost him as well. And when I say they lost these guys, they've just walked out of there, they've resigned their positions and left. And now there is the controversy of, at least for me, this is the controversy of the season because of everything that's going on. So, sometime 2 weeks ago, William Oakes, the current or the ex-team principal for Alpine, very randomly stepped down. Nobody knew why, nobody knew what was going on, but all the eyes were on the fact that Flavio, who was originally banned from F1 and quite literally in 2008 got that whole decision overturned, said, okay, I'll take over. And that shocked the world. I'd be like, bro, you were banned from F1. How are you leading a team right now? You know? That should not be happening. Now, turns out the flip side of the coin is even worse. So, William Oakes, along with his brother Oliver, Oliver is ex-team principal, and you have his brother William, who was team principal for an F2, F3 team called High-Tech GP.
Okay.
Right?
Wait. Just to clarify, who was the Alpine principal?
Oliver. Yeah.
Okay, and his brother's
Williams, yeah.
Okay. Sorted, clarified.
Right?
Go on.
Now, William and Oliver, both of them, had essentially, apparently, I am not too sure how much of this is true, although William was arrested and he was arrested. He was properly arrested right outside Silverstone, apparently.
Holy. Okay.
Like I said, this is going to blow your mind, right? Now, what are the charges against him? Money laundering. He was caught with a bag full of cash.
Oh my God.
Second, bringing illegal stuff into the country on his cars. They literally tried to smuggle stuff into the UK in the cars, in the F2 and F3 car. And the funny thing is, he was supposed to have a race that weekend and the cars had gotten seized.
No.
So now you have High-Tech crumbling out with William, arrested.
Yeah.
Oliver, who resigned from Alpine and has apparently gone to Dubai to abscond and to run away from this whole thing and stay away from it.
I thought only Indians did that.
No, apparently not, dude. So Oliver's in Dubai right now, and this is going to get funny. Wait for it. The punchline on this whole thing is so funny. Now, at this point, right, I honestly thought, okay, maybe it's Flavio's pushing, him doing his thing that he's known for. Dude, these brothers are on a different level, bro. They're on a whole different level. Now that this is happening, Oliver is still in talks with a certain team to probably take over next year.
Okay, guys, that is just ridiculous. One, I must say that if William Oakes was doing all of this, Oliver Oakes might be innocent. Maybe he had no idea that his brother was an illegal mule through his cars. I don't know. But even if he, has a clean chit, currently for Red Bull to not refute the rumors that they are having talks with Oliver is wild.
Right? Not one place has Red Bull come out and said, yeah, that's not true. Neither has Horner come out and said it. Marco's not said anything. Nobody, not even their PR person has come out and said that there is no basis to this conversation.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that Horner's not a clean guy either.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like choosing between two evils, I guess. But come on, if they're stuck behind Horner all this while through the main cheating scandal
exactly.
and all of that, why right now are you going to enter this whole shit storm?
I mean, you're talking about Oliver's perspective or
no, Red Bull's perspective,
right? Yeah, it does not compute. Honestly, I don't understand why they're doing this.
Oliver's standpoint, he's like, let me just.
Honestly, Oliver's standpoint, if he turns out to be clean with the whole high-tech thing and he does manage to even get that position from Horner, for him it's a great position to be at.
Of course.
Right? Because firstly, Red Bull team principal, Red Bull's a great team, although they have to build again from the bottom next year because new power unit, new engine, new partnership with Ford, it's going to change a lot.
Yeah.
Plus the new rules. We don't know what's going to happen essentially with the teams. Now, it doesn't end there for Alpine though. All of us know what's happening with their drivers. Right? Jack Doohan got 6 races. Still more than Liam Lawson did, but 6 races. And now they're going to put Colapinto, who has had, I believe, 6 races last year, 7 races.
7, yeah.
And you want to know the funny bit?
Which is?
Colapinto's on a 5-race contract.
That's such bullshit.
That's Flavio for you.
Dude, what are they trying to do?
5-race contract.
This is not like Pokemon, like you're choosing one new one to launch every 5 races. What the hell?
Colapinto, I choose you! No way.
But maybe the upside to this Pokemon thing going on at Alpine
is exactly what I was getting at. Could
the third Pokemon be named Kushmani?
Maybe if Colapinto also doesn't perform, we could see Kush on an F1 track.
Yeah, because Alpine has built a freaking army of reserve drivers. They have more reserve drivers than they know what to do with. Yeah.
They have more reserve drivers than any of the teams.
So maybe they've divided the calendar into
4 quarters. See, there's 24 races. You do 6, he'll do 6, and we'll have 2 more drivers to do 6 and 6. We balance it out. Everyone should get it.
Yeah, everyone's happy then.
Very fair of Flavio. Very fair of Flavio.
Flair is the word going around now. Flavio fairness. Flair.
I like it. We're going to use this a lot now.
But yeah, serious accusations down there with his brother. Hopefully his hands are clean, but I don't know if a clean shit man hides in Dubai.
Okay, this is also just speculation. The whole him running to Dubai and absconding.
What is he just chilling there? He's preparing for Abu Dhabi.
He did just resign from Alpine. What is he preparing for? He's not with any team right now except for high tech. Which is also on the fucking fence whether high tech will ever be part of F1 again or not.
Yeah.
And to be very honest, F1's very no nonsense when it comes to scandals. They will remove Hightaker from history.
I mean, it's not even like the guy who was smuggling on himself. He was smuggling in the
in
cars.
the cars, bro. In the cars.
That's a scandal.
They brought back illegal goods. They haven't said what these illegal goods are, but apparently illegal goods were around the country through the cars, and the cars were seized.
Yeah. And Flavio being interim chief is not a good look either.
Yeah, it's really not.
And I feel like he's the kind of guy who, if he's got power now, is he going to give it up? He's not going to give it up. He's not going to give it up easily. Like,
yeah, it's going to be like, when Trump finally lost the first time around and then he had to be pulled out of the White House, it's going to be like that.
Yeah. And we recently made a reel where we kind of were like, oh, who's more evil, Flavio or Horner? And it got a lot of debate going. And I know that Flavio has before his whole F1 thing, he has been arrested and things. But it's not about that I care, He literally tried to rig the game.
He did rig the game.
Yeah.
He was successful. Alonso won. He took the championship that year.
Yeah. So he rigged the game, which is like the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Which is the worst thing you can
like
do.
From the sports perspective, that is all that matters,
Yeah.
But the thing is that when it comes down to what you're saying, I feel like his personal life does have to be accountable because of one thing. The evil on the other side is also technically going through something on his personal front, not on the
No,
professional
but for
front.
Horner, I feel it was not I don't care if you cheat. It's not about cheating. It's the fact that you did it with an employee, a junior employee from the Red Bull team.
Yeah.
There could have been coercion. There could have been misuse of power.
True that.
That is what's wrong with it, Cheating, I mean, I'm no moral police. I'm not here to say what you should do, what you should not. But it's like that woman was uncomfortable. That woman is part of your Red Bull team.
Yeah.
And if they were a ethical team, they should have protected her and they should have, sacked him, very honestly. So that is the part which is really wrong with me. And that is not his, yes, it's his personal life, but that has bled into the sport. That has bled into the workings of Red Bull as a team.
I agree.
So, all the people who were really rubbed off by us comparing the two, yeah.
Team Insta.
We got our first haters.
We got our first 3 haters. Fuck one, we got 3.
We'll take them. Being famous means you get haters.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Who was it? Some random song, na?
What?
Taylor Swift, bro.
Which song is
Haters gonna hate.
Oh, okay. I like it. But yeah. So, let's see what happens. I would be so interested to see if Horner gets replaced.
Same. Like,
at this
excites
point,
me honestly. Marco going, Horner going.
Yeah.
And rumours, boys. We gotta talk about this.
Yeah, we do.
Franz Herman.
Have you heard this name before?
Have any of you heard the name Franz Herman before? For those of y'all watching and leading F1 news right now, y'all know. But for those of y'all who haven't followed up, very recently, Max Verstappen decided to go ahead and test a endurance or a rally car for Ferrari.
GT3.
And he used the fake name. He literally went by Franz Herman.
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to get away with it.
Come on.
Did not. He did not get away with it.
Yeah. Like, you are one of the most famous drivers.
You are currently the competition on track.
Yeah. You think people aren't going to recognize you going around driving in a Ferrari
Right?
car, like in a different genre, not genre, but different sport.
What? Yeah.
But still.
Actually, not a different sport also. It's just a different subgenre.
Of the sport. But that is crazy. Because now the rumors are, is Max Verstappen gonna retire from
Not
F1?
retire, take a sabbatical.
Take a sabbatical, fine, from F1 in 2026 and go into endurance racing.
So just before we got on here, there is this little clip that came on, which said that apparently a reporter at BBC News was voluntarily given information that Max is very, very likely to take a sabbatical year, see how Red Bull performs with the new regulations, the new engine, the new aero, everything, and then in 27 take a call whether he wants to be part of rally endurance or does he want to take part in F1 again?
See, the thing is, we have spoken about this conspiracy since our first episode in March.
Yeah, that's true.
Is he going to take a sabbatical? Is he going to leave F1? What is he going to do? I won't believe it till I hear it from Max.
From Max himself.
This sounds like Lando Norris has fed a BBC journalist some fuck all news.
And the article that I read very clearly stated that this information was given without him asking for it. Like, the reporter did not ask specifically what's going on. It was voluntarily given to him as gossip.
I have two candidates. Lando Norris, guessed a second.
Zach?
No, George Russell. I feel like he's such a gossip.
Princess Peach!
Yeah, he gives me, these two British boys now give me this vibe that they are spreading all the gossip on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I can totally see it. But I mean, it would be cool to see Max in a different format.
As a father?
That's not what I mean. Not a different role, a different format. So, like, endurance racing could be cool.
But there is one thing that Max will have to learn.
Of course, which is patience.
No! Be part of a team! See, endurance racing is not done by one person. It's a team, 3 drivers driving the exact same car. Which means that your car is not going to be tuned to you. It's going to be tuned to all 3 of you.
Yeah.
It's going to be tuned to a way where it can drive that track.
Yeah.
Now, you've got to bend yourself to drive it, which is not Max's strong suit.
It's not.
Especially for Ferrari. I mean, okay, I'll give you all this. Ferrari in endurance racing is my dream of where they should be in F1. Okay? Always on top. Like, they are slaying it to the point where I think the last race that took place a couple of weeks back, Ferrari, they topped 1, 2, 3. All 3 drivers on the podium.
Wow.
Like, that's as high as it gets.
I think what we should definitely do, one of the break weeks, is watch one of these other formats of races.
You do know how long an endurance race is, right?
So we won't watch it on camera.
I'm gonna watch the highlights and then talk about it. Because, guys, endurance races are long.
Yeah.
Like, Le Mans goes on for 24 hours.
Yeah, so we'll watch it.
24 hours.
Okay, we'll take breaks. We'll come back. Maybe we'll split it. Maybe you watch 12.
You watch 12, I'll watch 12.
Yeah. What is the advantage of having 2 hosts?
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that.
We'll split it.
I'll give you that.
Speaking of endurance racing, there is a man, Daddy Science.
He's rally racing, technically.
Rally, okay, fine. Another format of racing. Okay, Daddy Science has got love for F1.
Really?
Not F1, FIA, I guess he's overseas.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Daddy Science wants to enter a position of power and he wants to run for FIA president.
Bro, that is... I don't know why I have so much tea today, guys, but I have to learn this also.
Oh!
It's insane.
Oh!
So, apparently just this morning, our current FIA president, Mohammed Ben...
Mohammed Ben.
I'm just going to call him MBS for the rest of this episode, guys.
MBS.
Yeah, so
MBS.
let's just go with it. So MBS apparently put out or is trying to fast track a new rule where if the person who's going to stand for president has a conflict of interest in any way with the sport, and this could around any of them. So the FIA president not only looks over F1, F2, 3, rally, endurance, almost 7 different or 8 different kinds of racing. Bro, if he manages to get this rule passed, he's gonna put Daddy Science out of work before Daddy Science can even get started to dream.
I know. I don't know anything about Daddy Science except that he is Science's father and he's Daddy Science.
Bro, he's fearless.
Good looking and he's fearless. But, okay.
Have you seen, last year, this is to make you understand what kind of a guy he is. Firstly, at his current age, the man still won a rally. At his current age, or a year younger, he entered Sainz's car and pushed it faster than Sainz could.
Maybe Ferrari got the wrong Science.
Fred was laughing his ass off. I have seen the videos. Fred was genuinely on the side of the track, laughing along with the engineers, saying this guy is pushing it. Leclerc couldn't believe his eyes, dude. It was that insane watching Daddy Science go hard on that car. And Sainz Jr. was just like, Dad, you gotta take it easy. You gotta pump the brakes on the pedal. You gotta pump the brakes.
Junior Sainz is like, Daddy Sainz is going to take my seat.
We
after
know,
Hamilton
genuinely.
retires." Oh my god.
Killed it.
But okay, so
Hmm.
controversial opinion.
Hmm.
But MBS is not fully wrong. Like, imagine the FIA president having his son racing.
In
Like,
F1.
in F1. Like, it is a little bit of a conflict of interest for sure.
But so, the way I see it is, it's only a conflict of interest if the president would have any direct say in the drivers' lives, right?
Agreed, but come on, it's like when the school is owned by the Ambanis and their kids are in the school. Now, obviously, the teachers are not owned by Ambanis, but there's always a thinky they know this is the Ambani's kid. So there might be.
I might get fired.
Yeah, there might be some partiality. There might be some that knowledge itself
Is powerful enough. But okay, in that case, I want to raise the question: where was the same enthusiasm to take down from the MBS's side against Susie?
Again, the Susie thing also now, I think, I don't know where it came up from because Susie and Toto have apparently said this was never a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was massive.
Yeah, it was-
everyone
it was news.
everyone
Everyone
spoke
was
about the fact
talking
that
about
Susie
it.
Wolf might take over the FIA presidency.
I think that was a full rumor. The Science one is not because Science himself has said, I endorse Daddy Science. Daddy Science has said, I want to be it.
Right.
So this is not a rumor. The Susie one, Susie and Toto have been like, it was never going to happen. In Toto's Toto voice.
But Toto said a lot of things like that. But there is okay. In that case also, isn't there still a conflict of interest when it comes to Susie? And what happens to her position later? Because she's the F1 Academy head. She's literally overlooking the entirety of F1 Academy.
But why is that a conflict of interest?
Because Mercedes has a team there.
Correct, but F1 Academy there's no racing happening. Is
Huh?
There is?
Of course.
Oh.
The whole point of F1 Academy is that they pick the top 20 drivers, 20 female drivers, and then started to groom them to become first team players like F1 drivers.
Correct. I don't know. It feels like there could be lesser, like it's less important to be partial in that scenario because it's not like what major advantage can she give Mercedes in this scenario?
As a F1 Academy head, honestly, take the top 2 drivers and give them to Toto.
But okay, this is gonna sound so sexist, but I'm a woman, so keep that in mind before you bash me. But it's anyways women drivers, okay?
Yeah.
Like anyways the top 2 that she gives them coming onto the field is very unlikely. Like at this point,
They've reached F2.
I know, but
F3, sorry.
Exactly, the road is still really hard.
Yeah, it's far away.
Yeah.
It's far away.
Until Lily Verstappen comes and debuts,
Lily and Alonso for 2056. I say it and I'm gonna preach it.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, it'll be really good if she tells Toto, hey, these 2 are the best or whatever she does, okay, gives him a little side information. But that side information actually helping his job, currently a little unlikely.
See, that's the thing, right? Like, until last year, we followed all these teams on Instagram and stuff. We only saw 2 drivers. I am now seeing 4 everywhere. Whether it's Williams, whether it's Ferrari, I am constantly seeing the women drivers in it. Dia Block was there for the Williams, where she literally became the host and she took over for Albon and Sainz on the sides, And then even when the Ferrari one, where they recently played that game with the don't let the water pour over, both of them were there. There were 2 Ferrari female drivers there, along with our first team drivers, Lewis and Leclerc. So that's kind of where I feel like it makes a massive impact, because at the end of the day, there is so much more that you can bring to the team as a female driver than just your skill. You bring in not only female audiences, but you also bring in a lot of, and this is also going to sound damn misogynistic,
Male audience.
but you bring in a lot of the male audience as well.
Of course, actually I feel like the male drivers bring in more female audience and vice versa.
Yeah. So I kind of see where they're going with it.
Yeah, but I still feel Daddy Science and Junior Science would be a bigger source of conflict, and maybe they should remove Susie Wolf, but
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like okay, as long as there are so many levels of intermediaries that are in the middle, I don't think it would be that big an issue.
Only one way to find out.
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
Just let it happen.
I mean, science is in a Williams. You know, what is that?
What is he going to do?
Listen,
I get that car is making a comeback.
Yeah.
The team is making a comeback.
I
Right
agree.
Now. They're doing so well.
Yeah, suddenly Danny Sainz comes and they are on the podium then all this hard work poor Alpine has put in for years, that James Ross has put in for years, people will be like, no, Sainz and his dad. It's all Sainz and his dad. First it was just Sainz taking credit, now it'll be him and his dad.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny. But
Yes.
I like it. I think if it works out, it'll be great for him to be there.
Yeah.
But through all of this, I keep thinking back to the fact that there is only one person who I would really like to see become a FIA president, and I feel like this should be part of the rules. Is he needs to be an ex-team principal,
That would be really good.
because the FIA presidency is not only about overlooking the sport side of it, right? It's also about looking at the business side of the whole thing, and a team principal knows that.
Yeah.
He's managing advertisers, he's managing your car, he's managing your drivers, and he's managing 120,000 people in his company.
Correct.
That's the kind of person you want as an FIA president.
I agree. That would be really cool. I think even ex-drivers could be cool, like we spoke about Vettel.
Yeah.
In Lens. So yeah, anyone but MBS, I guess, is what we are saying.
And okay, credit where credit is due. MBS did bring a massive amount of money to the sport, yeah?
Yeah.
He's also, I think, in some capacity responsible for bringing brands like LV on. Although he's also partially responsible for taking Rolex away. He's such shit.
Yeah, the LV. So Oscar Piastri must be going to bed on LV trunks every night now.
Currently, I think his entire mattress is on LV trunks. It's like, not even 4 corners. How many does he have? 4? 3?
Yeah, he already has. We've had 5 races. Yeah, he has 3.
3, right? Yeah. सर लाइन से लगा के उसके ऊपर सोता रहेगा आदमी उसी के अंदर तक क्या रखता है
I read something so sad, which is he is only 3 Grand Prix wins away from beating Daniel Ricciardo.
No. Like beating Danny's overall record.
Yeah, Danny has 8 Grand Prix. Oscar's right now 5.
Isn't Danny a WDC, you know?
No.
No, Alonso is the WDC.
There is, okay, I don't even want to talk about it, but there's just really terrible Instagram reel that has become very popular, which is saying how, oh my god, which is saying how Charles Leclerc might be the next Daniel Ricciardo, aka no WDC wins.
But that's not possible, bro.
I mean, I would really hope so, but they're making good points, which is that he keeps winning Grand Prix, but he's nowhere close to winning a WDC, and like, is his prime going? And blah, blah, blah.
His prime is definitely not going. Now that
I don't know.
No. That we are seeing even right now. This year, the car has serious issues. There is no doubt of it. And I am not only saying this because my favorite driver was not able to perform, but the person who's been driving the car for 3 years also isn't able to perform.
I know, but I mean, the fear that, he could go like Danny did, which is being very popular, which is very famous. But
mid-season, suddenly you don't see Leclerc anymore.
Shut up. No, not that way. I meant without any win,
Oh, without the momentous marker in making made in F1.
Yeah.
He's still going to be the only monocaust driver.
Yeah, okay, fine. How many people except the Monegasque people care about that?
You and me. I genuinely don't think anyone else cares about it.
Yeah, imagine, obviously Danny Rick's legacy is way more than his 8
Grand Prix wins.
But a bacha, Oscar is about to overtake him.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Danny will still be Danny. For all the things he's done. Even today, if you look for F1's most iconic moments, Danny doing the shoey and Danny jumping into the pool with his arms open are the most iconic moments.
Yeah.
So he's set himself, even with just 8 wins, I feel like he has set himself in a league with these guys that he can't be forgotten now.
Fair.
But think of it, we are on episode 16. I have spoken about him in 15 of these episodes. 15
I don't
episodes
know
of
if
spoken.
that's saying more about you or more about Danny.
Yeah, let's talk about Danny, okay? We're not talking about me right now.
Okay, and this race is also very, very, very exciting because it is Lewis Hamilton's first Italian race.
I want to like sing the Italian anthem at this point.
Yes.
Not that I know it, but
We mentioned it, but yeah, if Ferrari has any upgrades to bring, if they have any hidden money in the trunk, if they have any willpower left, just bring it to this race. Like, make it Annie's race. Like, it'll be so iconic. Why are you bracing yourself?
you should be the one racing because they came out with a statement that said they are not bringing any upgrades.
Secret upgrades? I don't care.
No,
See, the public upgrades are evidently
they are
bad.
doing data collection this race.
Oh. Okay, you know what? Maybe. Let's talk about how Hamilton.
Like, yeah, they did come out and say that they're going to be
Change the subject.
doing data analysis on how the brake, something to do with the brake aerodynamics. I honestly didn't understand it too much myself, but there's no upgrade coming in that, I'm sure of. Yes, back to Hamilton.
Yes, let's talk about the good news with
Yeah,
Hamilton, which is that he was at the Met Gala.
Bro,
He looked amazing.
it's not his first. Like, he knows what he's doing
He
at
knows what
this
he's
point.
doing. He's always slayed it.
Mhm.
But this look was fine. Like the little white and the little cat, like everything.
Just worked, right? The Kangle hat and everything just worked for him
It
so
really
well.
worked. And guys, I don't know if everyone knows this, but he was also co-chair along
Oh, yeah,
with Hannah Winter.
yeah.
So that is like a really big thing
For
Black
a
Dandy as the theme. So amazing.
and like, not to mention, I think he is one of the first sports person to be a co-chair on the Met Gala,
Yeah, I'm sure.
which is first sports person, first African American sports person to do it, is African British sports person to do it,
Yeah.
is an even bigger feat considering he himself holds so much importance in the fact that he is also the first in F1.
Yeah, of course. And
So-
he has previously also bought a table at the Met so that he
Oh,
can
yeah, bro.
bring designers of color onto the Met, and that was a
He literally bought out an entire table just to get
Money,
these
money,
designers
money,
on
money,
and
money.
get them viewed.
That's the way to use your money and influence, you know.
Yeah, that's a nice way to do it.
That is a great way to do it. And there's something called digital currency when you go for these Met Galas and stuff.
Good.
Digital currency is as in how much hits your looks generate and how much revenue technically they calculate through the hits and comments and stuff about your looks. So the top male digital currency was
Lewis?
Shah Rukh Khan.
No way!
Yeah, Shah Rukh
No
Khan
way.
has digital currency.
Also, I have to say, like, now that you brought up his name, I know this is an F1 podcast, but Indians, stop fucking hating on him.
See, the thing is, I also was like, his look was nothing special. But it doesn't matter. Like, why
It's
you?
him!
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
As the first male actor from India to go abroad to do the Met Gala walk and even be dressed the way he wants to be dressed.
Yeah.
He's still him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How many of y'all are going to the Met Gala? How many? Please tell me. Because I ain't going, that's why I ain't hating.
Someday you'll be on Lewis Hamilton's table. But yeah, and the second, come back.
Sir.
And the second most digital currency was by Lewis Hamilton. Yeah. Shah Rukh, Lewis. Shah Rukh was at some 19.8 million though, and Lewis was at like 9.
You know, the funny thing is, I call Lewis the SRK of F1, right?
Yeah.
Because of the way he like talks
Yeah.
to people, the way he talks to like even his post-race interviews. Somebody can ask him a question and the first thing he says is hello to the place. That's so Shah Rukh,
That
dude.
is
Like,
so Shah Rukh.
just fuck the person who's asking me questions. Wait, I need to address the nation.
Yeah.
And then I'll address you.
And how, like, I feel like he makes everyone feel so special.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And not to show off on this podcast, but we have met SRK, and I can only imagine.
We're talking from first-hand experience.
Yeah, we are. And I can only imagine that if we were to meet Lewis, that's the same aura.
Yeah. I genuinely feel like I get the same aura.
Yeah. And there is this hilarious bit on the Pit Stop podcast. I love that podcast. Where I think Jake, I don't know, one of them is talking about how some years down the line, Hamilton and his wife will be going to Tesco to do their shopping.
Hamilton and his wife.
Okay, Hamilton and his girlfriend. Hamilton and someone are going to Tesco, okay?
Hamilton is, while it comes to public speaking, the SRK of F1. When it comes to his love life, he's the Salman Khan of F1. He's going to be single for the rest of his life.
Fine, Hamilton and his girlfriend.
Hamilton and Roscoe. Those are the only two people going to Tesco together.
This does not work. This bit does not work if it's Roscoe.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hamilton and his partner went to Tesco for their dinner shopping. And Hamilton begins like, thank you for coming. It means so much to me. This journey has been one of a lifetime. Today, as we stand in front of Tesco.
Yeah, I can see him do that. I can see him do that for sure. Just like walking around the place, thanking everyone.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for existing. Thank you for existing.
And speaking of fashion events or red carpet events, our very own Junior Science has also graced the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, which was so random.
Yeah, I don't know what he is doing there.
L'Oreal put him there.
Here, some eye candy.
I think it kind of worked out because they're in Europe right now.
Yeah, worked out for sure, but I'm still trying to understand what he's doing there. Like,
I guess we'll know in a couple of days, we find out more info
just
slowly.
walked the carpet, L'Oreal just got the shots.
You know the funniest thing, right? He walked the carpet with Eva Longoria. Right? Nobody fucking noticed the fact that he walked the carpet with Eva Longoria, who's standing next to him in every picture.
Oops. This I did not see.
Nobody. Not even the people who would follow the entire brand of hers has noticed her. They all noticed him because he was looking so fucking slick.
Yeah, he was looking slick. But I swear to God, he wears the same black tux everywhere. Like he and
That's men and tuxes. What do you
No,
expect
come
from
on,
us?
learn
Like,
from
we
Lewis.
We can't all be Lewis Hamilton, alright? We do not have that aura. Talking of that, right? Did you see the thirst trap he posted?
yes, like I get it. You are
I know.
partnered with Lululemon, but you did not have to post like
You
your
don't need to go so hard, sir.
full-on washboard abs on your Instagram story.
I say, I was man crush looking at it, dude. Like, what the fuck is that? That is insane level of fitness, and that was pure thirst traps. Just gonna say it.
There's some conspiracy that every time Lewis posts a shirtless photo,
Somebody gets fired.
Yeah, what the hell is that all about?
This comes from so this whole thing is basically because Ferrari is one of those teams that really talks about appearances and having to appear a certain way as a Ferrari driver.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Leclerc shirtless?
No, I don't think.
Don't you think there's a reason for it?
So this whole shirtless thing comes from him being a Ferrari driver?
Yeah.
I thought in the past something must have happened.
No, this is all because of this particular moment of Ferrari being like, bro, we do not.
Image.
Yeah, it's not the Ferrari way of doing things.
I mean, Ferrari will just gain a few more million followers. Like,
They already did. There's no doubt. Lululemon already won. Lulu won. Ferrari won.
And we're all the Lulu thinking he's gonna win in Imola. So, are we good to go into predictions?
Yeah.
You look less scared this time.
I'm more disappointed than scared because the people I would want to put there are going to make me do backflips at the end of this year.
Okay then.
Like, because I bet that I'm going to be doing backflips, I do not want to lose, and that is the only reason I am not putting the drivers I want there.
Guys, I have something to let you all know, and you know. I'm starting driving classes on
No way! No fucking
I'm
way!
starting driving classes on this weekend.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I've evidently already given up. Norris might not have given up, but I've
You've given up for sure.
No, I just need to know how to learn how to
So
drive.
wait, does that mean I don't need to do backflips?
No, of course you do. I was supposed to learn how to drive and you were supposed to
But
learn.
both of us can't lose, na?
Of
Amongst
course,
each other,
none of
how
us
are we both losing?
Because one can lose to constructors and one can lose to drivers. You bet for Oscar, I bet for Norris.
Oh, right.
Yeah, alright. You should.
Wait, one second, I am already losing. My pizza is so lost on me. For those of you who don't know, in our very first episode, we did a fun thing where we brought out items that would choose our year's prediction for the World Constructors Championship. My dear co-host brought up a papaya.
Yeah.
And I brought a slice of cheese pizza. But
my papaya is doing well.
Definitely winning it. My pizza got eaten.
Yeah. You ate it and now you eat it. Okay, should we get into
such a bad. Okay, let's get into these predictions.
I am already letting you guys know that I'm just doing wild shit from now on because I am tired of this Oscar Piastri dominance already. I cannot be saying Oscar every race, or Oscar or Norris. Like, I feel like a
I agree, dude. I'm getting bored of this.
Yeah.
It's getting monotonous.
Let this be. Now we're just going to do wild theories, and if they come true, amazing. If they don't, oh well. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So on that note,
And I'm gonna change my predictions but like I'm not gonna give my actual predictions.
yeah, I mean,
We all know what they're gonna be. It's literally 1-2 papaya and then maybe a Merc or maybe a Red Bull. There is nobody else who's reaching that spot.
Okay, I'm going P3,
Mm-hmm.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
P2, Oscar Piastri.
Oof. No.
P1,
No. You can't be that delulu.
Charles Leclerc. I mean, why not? If I'm not going to shoot my shot, who's going to? Not Charles.
I was gonna say not Lando for sure.
Oh, poor Lando. He's not even in my delusion-filled P top 3, but yeah.
Okay, but I'm very close to this.
Okay.
I have one red on the top. So I have George Russell for P3,
Okay.
which is like a fair enough.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. I have Kimi for P3.
Oh, nice.
I have Charles for P2. And for P1, this is just bizarre that I'm even saying it, but I have a feeling, and this, I don't know why, it's just intuitional, that it's going to be Verstappen winning this race.
Hey, that was not that bad. I thought you were going to say Pierre
Has he won a
Gasly
race in
or
like
Alex
a while?
Albon. He just won Japan.
Like, he didn't win.
He won!
Not by Max standards, okay?
Okay, but he won, right? Like, it's not like some... I really thought the build-up you gave me, you were going to say Pierre Gasly. I don't know why.
Dude, come on, I can't be that delusional.
Like, with everything that's going on in Alpine and like Flavio coming back, maybe he's put some firecracker under the car and goes zoop. All the illegal shit going on. If any race, something's gonna happen with Alpine, it's this.
Dude, please, they need to stop doing tumultuous shit
I know.
and get their act together now at this point. It's like, dude,
Yes,
they'll
sir.
get removed. They'll genuinely get removed and we'll be back to having 10 teams instead of 11 on this grid.
But yeah, dude, when is Cadillac gonna announce the drivers? Like,
End of the year.
enough.
End of the year.
Oh, I'm
They
so
did
tired.
announce Hector's not going to be a part of their team for sure. So they had this one guy, I can't remember the full name, sorry guys, but he was essentially a NASCAR driver, a rally NASCAR driver, and they were looking at him to do F1 because he does have a super license.
Oh, okay.
And they basically decided not to do that and to go with ex-F1 drivers or people who... Dude, I feel like Checo's on the top of that list. Although recently there is one driver who's being shipped a lot to go to Cadillac and get a second shot.
I know who this is. Mick Schumacher. Yeah, Mick Schumacher was also at the race in Miami. Not the race, the grand reveal in Miami.
I feel like every driver without a seat was there at this point.
Yeah, no, actually the big two names were Mick
and Checo. Yeah.
And Mick being, you know, a Schumacher, like obviously he comes and goes whenever he wants, but he's not been around the paddock for a while. And for him to show up in Miami for the Cadillac event was quite...
I mean, you also need to see, I don't think Mick is as integrated into the current F1 grid as the rest of them are. Like if tomorrow I would see a Lando go off F1 for whatever reason, I would still be sure to see him on the paddock and around people because these are his childhood friends essentially, right? I don't think the same can be said for Mick. So he's a bit disconnected in a certain way. away from the current F1 world
Fair.
of like the team principles and everything.
Mm.
See, you can't deny who he is at the end
Yeah.
of the day. He still holds the Schumacher name. But that disconnect still
Yeah.
is very evident.
Let's see, it would be an interesting lineup with Checo and Schumacher.
Hmm.
But yeah, very excited for Imola, the first of the triple header, and the
That's
first,
the second triple header, dude. I love it.
yeah. And
I absolutely love it. We are getting these very annoying breaks in the middle, but
and I think after this triple header is the very annoying summer break. So,
it's
which
like
is a
almost
month.
long, dude.
but we have maybe a very exciting episode during that break.
Let's not say anything more.
Should we just tell them one little thing?
Fine.
It could be a first collab.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
I
fun.
think that's a good hint to leave y'all at. We
Mhm.
might have a very, very special guest. It might be a very special collab. Still working on it. So yes, I think with that, bye.
Are we done today?
We're done. Time to go watch the race.
Let's do it. See you guys.
Bye.